Hello, my friend Sean Stephenson here, and if you are watching this video, it's because I wanted you to have a gift. You know, I love gifts. They come on our birthdays, they come on our holidays, we open them up and we get excited, and that's what I hope you feel opening this video. I'm going to spend some time with you sharing some valuable lessons that I've learned in my life that I think will be of great value to you and to your community, to your friends, your family, to those that you work with, maybe your employees or your colleagues. I want you to take a great amount of interest in this information, not just for you, but for those that you love. I'm going to share with you 3 principles that have radically altered my life. And I've learned these principles the hard way. And I also learned these principles based on over 16 years, going on 17 years of being a therapist. You're in my office right now, and I see clients here, and I've found that the material that I'm about to share with you, it holds true with all of us, both the people that are in my office, sitting on my couch, working with me therapeutically, or people in my audience, or the millions of people that have interacted with me via video through the power of the internet. And so, what I'm about to share with you is not just some cockamamie idea. It's actually something that I've researched over 17 years being a therapist and over 22 years of being a professional speaker. First principle, if you want to be happy, you need an incredibly empowering environment. If you put a fish into a toxic fish bowl, something that has to be cleaned, that fish is going to get sick. And if you take the fish out and you try to give it the right nutrients and cut out the different challenges that are going on in the body of the fish, and then put that fish right back in that toxic bowl, you're going to have the same exact problems. The fish is going to get sick again. Take it out, fix it again, throw it back in the toxic bowl. At what point are you going to make the connection in your mind that, oh, the fish is not the one with the problem? It's the environment that the fish is in. So you actually have to change out the water and then put the fish into clean, healthy water. You and I, we're the same as the fish. You cannot live an empowered life if you are not in an empowering environment. I don't care how many self-help books you read. I don't care how many videos you watch. No matter what you do, if you are not in the right environment, it will tear you down. It will limit you. It will make you feel negative. You know, and I so many things that I'm going to share with you in the course of my life that I've shared with audiences, and none of it works if you're in a toxic environment. So that really means sometimes making tough calls. And that means cutting out people that are negative. And sometimes those people are close to home. And maybe some people you don't want to cut out, but you might need to limit your time with them. You might need to think about, how do I feel when I'm with this person? If I feel drained and upset and anxious, you might need to limit that time with them. Another thing for changing out the environment is sometimes you end up having to be the bad guy or bad girl, where you tell somebody, I love you, but I need to get going. Or I love you, but I'm not able to get together this year. Or I love you, but I can't keep taking your calls. And some people get it. Some people in our environment go, wow, I'm being a negative person, or I'm being a drain on my friend, my family member, whomever. And then they rise up and they clean up their act and they become an empowering environment for you. But if you continue to give people notices like, hey, I'm going to need you to stop talking that way around me. I'm going to need you to stop talking negative, or I'm going to need you to stop focusing on the negative when you're with me. It's bumming me out. And if they can't heed our warnings over and over and over, then it's time to change the water in the fishbowl. And it's difficult. I've had to leave friends that I loved. I've had to leave lovers that I've loved. I've had to limit time with family members that I care about. because I need to make sure that the environment I'm in is empowering, and the environment you are in needs to be empowering. So principle number one is make sure you are surrounded by an empowering environment. Because remember this, when you're in the environment, you become the environment. And I don't care how much willpower you think you have, you're a human being, and you are energetically sensitive, and you become like the energy you're around. So clean up your environment. Number two, clean up your internal environment. How do we do that? Well, I believe that is direct relationship with our focus. The clients that are struggling, that come to see me, it's because they're in a negative focus. And there's three letters that you can remember when you are stuck in a negative focus. F-E-D. F stands for fear. And when we're focused on what we are afraid of, we're focused on what we don't want. I don't want to get older. I don't want to be broke. I don't want to be fat. I don't want to be alone. I don't want to get divorced. I don't want to. When you're focused on what you don't want, you become afraid. When you become afraid, you start making decisions out of panic. I don't want that for you. It's not going to support you internally. It's not going to lift you up, and it's not going to create the success that you deserve and desire. The E stands for envy. That's focused on what you don't have. And that's so easy to do, especially in today's social media world where you're looking at other people's vacations, looking at other people's marriages, other people's children's, other people's spouses, other people's incomes, other people's homes. It's so easy to get trapped in envy. You need to focus not on what you don't have. Envy will eat you alive. And the D stands for dislike. Another word is complaint. When you're focused on all the complaints, that's another way of saying you're focused on what you don't like. I don't like the temperature in here. I don't like how long this video is. I don't like the way that person's talking to me. I don't like my computer. I don't like my teacher. I don't like my student. I don't like my employee. I don't like my boss. When you keep thinking about all the things you don't like, you're going to be miserable. The people that are constantly complaining end up alienating themselves from all the great opportunities that they secretly wish they had. Complaints will only hold you back. So let's review. Fear, focused on what you don't want. Envy, focused on what you don't have. And complaints, focusing on what you don't like. That is going to cause an internal environment of negativity, toxicity, and honestly, it's going to cause a breakdown of the body and of your relationships, and eventually even impact your wealth and your success. So what do we do? Sean, stop focusing on all that negative stuff. Tell us about the positives. All right. So remember GAP, GAP. G stands for goals. That's focused on what you do want. Anytime I'm depressed, the quickest thing I can do to get out of that depression is to focus on a list of goals. What do I want this afternoon? What do I want this evening? What do I want tomorrow? What do I want this week, this month, this quarter, this year, this decade? When you're focused on what you want, it gets you juiced and inspired. And there's so many different courses on how to create goals. There's lots of different ways and systems to make your dreams come true. But I tell you, you gotta put your focus on what you do want. It will give you access to an internal environment that will be far more empowering for your success. Number two, the A stands for appreciation. Focus on what you do have. So that means focus on all the things that are accessible to you. What do you have in terms of knowledge? What books are sitting on your nightstand or in your bookshelf that you haven't even read yet? What courses have you downloaded but haven't even opened yet on your computer? What friends and mentors could you just pick up a phone and pick their brain? What do you have that you're appreciating in your home life? What is it in your apartment or your house, your condo, wherever you live? What's great about your mode of transportation? What's great about the technology that you have right here, right now, to be able to experience me? You know, when you focus on what you have, it gives you a sense of peace. People who are at peace are very appreciative. They're grateful for what they have. And the P stands for preferences. This is, what do you like? What do you like? Do you like taking baths? Do you like walking in nature? Do you like having sex? Do you like making money? Do you like talking on the phone to your friends? What do you like to do? And I've found that when people are off track and they're not happy or they feel stuck, they've stopped doing what they like. You need to start implementing a list of what do you like to do. And when you focus on your preferences, what foods you like, what music you like, what friends you like, your life gets better. So we're going to stay in the gap. The goals, focused on what you do want, your appreciations, focused on what you do have, and your preferences, focused on what you do like. That's going to separate you from all that negativity and stuck energy of the Fed. And that's the fears, the envies, and the dislikes. So, principle number 1, you need to be an empowering environment. Principle number 2, you need to control your focus on the gap. Principle number 3, give back. I know you're thinking, oh, Sean, here we go again. Give back. You want me to give to a charity? I found that human beings need to contribute. They have to be giving back, or they just end up being a consumer. They end up just taking, and they end up empty feeling on the inside. But those that contribute, those that give back, they get true fulfillment. So maybe it's giving back with a check and helping out a charity, or donating to a philanthropy. Maybe it's spending time actually working in a soup kitchen, actually being a mentor to a child, actually helping out your neighbor. Or maybe it's something that you do anonymously. I don't know what the experience of contribution and giving back is for you, but I promise you, if you're miserable, it's because you're not giving back. You're thinking about yourself and why me and why don't I get what I want. When you think about others and you think about how you can help others and help others that are really challenged, because there are people out there, I promise you, that have it much worse than you do. If you're on the internet right now watching this video, you have a leg up over the majority of this planet. You have access to the World Wide Web. You have the access to Google and being able to learn things. Put your value into others. When I am struggling and I'm tired, or I'm sick, or I'm injured, or I'm overwhelmed, all I need to do is just get into a position internally where I say, what could I do to help somebody out? What could I do to just be of value to another human being or a group of human beings or to the planet at large? When you're giving, you are growing. When you are contributing to the planet, you are increasing your fulfillment reserves. I gave you this gift of my 3 principles. Number 1, create an empowering environment around you. Be around empowering people and around empowering places. Number 2, control your focus. Focus on what you want, have, and what you want, have, and like. Number 3, give back. When you're contributing to others, you get true, lasting fulfillment. I hope this video was of value to you today. Please go ahead and share what you learned with someone you love so that you're able to move this material forward. I can't do my mission alone. My mission is to rid this world of insecurity, and that's only going to happen by people like yourself implementing these principles and then sharing it with others. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope to get to meet you someday at one of my live events, or that somehow my material through my books, ebooks, live courses, webinars is able to continue to bring empowerment into your life. I love you. Thank you so much for watching. Have a wonderful day.